The tapping on the window. Chapter 1. The first tap. It started with a soft tap, tap, tap against my bedroom window. I lived on the second floor. At first, I thought it was the wind or a loose branch scraping against the glass. But every night, at exactly 3:12 a.m., the sound returned. The same rhythm. The same insistence. One night, curiosity got the better of me. I sat up in bed, staring at the darkened window, waiting. The tapping came again, slow, deliberate. My breath caught in my throat as I crept toward the glass, heart hammering. I pulled the curtain back. Just the empty night. The street below was silent, the trees still. No branches, no birds, no explanation. I forced myself to sleep, telling myself it was all in my head. But the next morning, I woke up to find something new. Faint, smudged handprints on the glass. Too large for a child, too high for anyone to have reached from outside. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat awake, watching. When the tapping came again, I didn't move. I didn't breathe. But this time, it didn't stop. It grew louder. Tap, tap, tap. And then, the closet door creaked open behind me. Chapter 2. The shadow in the closet. My blood ran cold. I turned slowly, my breath catching in my throat. The closet door stood slightly ajar, revealing nothing but darkness beyond. I reached for my bedside lamp, my fingers trembling. Like warm light flooded the room, chasing away the shadows. The door was open wider now. I was sure of it. Heart pounding, I stepped forward. The tapping had stopped. The only sound was the ragged pull of my own breath. With one shaky motion, I grabbed the closet door and flung it open. Nothing, just clothes swaying slightly, as if something had been hiding among them and moved at the last second. I laughed nervously, shaking my head. "Just the wind," I muttered. But as I turned back to my bed, I froze. The window was open. I hadn't opened it. I never opened it. Cold air seeped into the room. My hands shook as I shut and locked the window. As I turned to go back to sleep, I noticed something even more chilling. The handprints on the glass? They were on the inside now. Sleep didn't come easy that night. Every shadow seemed to move. Every creak of the house sent my heart racing. I checked the closet a dozen times, making sure nothing lurked inside. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching me. At 3:12 a.m., I woke up again. I hadn't meant to. It was as if something had pulled me from my dreams. A pressure in the room. A presence. I didn't want to look, but my eyes moved on their own. The closet door was open again. Just a crack. And inside, in the sliver of darkness, something was breathing. Chapter 3. Unwelcome Visitor. The next night, I barricaded my closet shut. I wedged a chair under the doorknob and stacked heavy boxes against it. No way was I taking chances. Then, I checked the window, still locked, curtains drawn. Everything secure. At exactly 3:12 a.m., the tapping started. Louder this time. Aggressive. Tap, tap, tap. I sat up in bed, heart hammering. I wasn't going to ignore it anymore. I grabbed my phone and turned on the camera, inching toward the window. If someone was playing a prank, I'd catch them this time. I reached out and yanked the curtain back. There was something outside. Not a person, not an animal, something wrong. Its face was pressed against the glass, gaunt, pale, with hollow black eyes that bore into mine. Its mouth was too wide, stretching into an unnatural grin. It raised a skeletal hand, fingers tapping against the glass with slow, calculated movements. I screamed. I stumbled backward, knocking over my nightstand. The lamp shattered on the floor. In the chaos, my phone fell from my hands. The tapping stopped, and then slowly the thing reached up and unlocked the window from the outside. The lock clicked. My stomach twisted. I scrambled to my feet, lunging toward the window to slam it shut before... Too late. The glass slid open with an agonizing creak. Cold night air rushed into the room. My breath came in ragged gasps as I backed away. The creature didn't move at first. It only watched me, studying. Then, its hand twisted unnaturally as it gripped the window frame. I bolted. My feet barely touched the ground as I ran for the door, fumbling to wrench it open. Behind me, a terrible scraping sound filled the air, nails dragging against wood. The thing was climbing inside. My heart pounded as I tore down the hallway, but before I could reach the stairs, I heard another sound. Something wet, a gurgling breath. Right behind me. I turned. The thing was in the hallway. No footsteps, no sound of movement. It had simply appeared. Its head tilted slowly to one side, like a predator studying its prey. Then it took a step toward me. I didn't think. I ran. Down the stairs into the dark, but as I did, something else became terrifyingly clear. The tapping hadn't stopped. It was coming from every window in the house. Chapter 4. Nowhere to hide. I ran. Out of my room, down the hall toward my parents' bedroom. I threw open their door. Empty. Their bed was neatly made, as if no one had slept in it. Something was wrong. The house felt off, like I had stepped into a version of it that wasn't quite my own. I turned to run back to my room to grab my phone, but I stopped cold. The figure was standing at the top of the stairs, watching me. Its head twitched unnaturally to one side. Its mouth stretched wider. The tapping started again, but this time it wasn't coming from the window. It was coming from inside my closet. Chapter 5. The Other Side. I bolted. Not back to my room, not to my parents' room. I ran down the stairs toward the front door. I fumbled with the locks, my hands shaking too much to turn the knob. Behind me, I heard slow, deliberate footsteps descending the stairs. Tap, tap, tap. I forced the door open and stumbled into the night. But the night was wrong. The street was empty. The houses were dark, and the air smelled rotten. I turned back. The house behind me was different now. The windows were gone. The door had disappeared, and from inside the walls, the tapping continued.